Thank you to the handbell choir for that lovely piece. Good morning, friends. My name is Jen Sloboda. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm thrilled to be a board member of UUCA. We are a community that upholds the sacredness of all people, of all backgrounds, races, genders, sexual orientations, and disabilities and abilities both seen and unseen. I'd like to briefly introduce myself. I'm the mom of a 10-year-old son who's in 5th grade RE. I've been coming to UUCA since early 2018 and became a member in 2020. And my entry point into community at UUCA was through volunteering to teach RE in my son's RE classes over the years. Before I continue with a quick board update, I wanted to ask if any other board members who are here today, if they could stand up. Hi, Burke. I saw Val somewhere in the back. Please feel free to reach out to any of us any time if you have any concerns or if you'd like to discuss the board goals. We welcome feedback and ideas and input. I have some announcements. One very exciting announcement is that the auction, which concluded last night, raised about $25,000, which was the goal. And the tiny jewelry box, the used jewelry sale store down the hall is still open, and it has some wonderful pieces in it. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. Please join us after the service in Fellowship Hall for coffee and conversation. And if you prefer a quieter, calmer space to chat, bring your coffee down to the welcome room, which is all the way down the hallway to your right as you leave the sanctuary. Look for the welcome mat. One of the Sunday ambassadors will be available to answer your questions or just enjoy some relaxing conversation, and that's right after the service. Also, there will be a labyrinth walk at 11:30 in the Reeb Center. Junior choir practices at 11:45, and Moonfire will be meeting at 12 in the activity room downstairs. There is a Chalice Steering Committee meeting at 12:30 to 2 in the volunteer room. So lots of activities happening today. And tomorrow evening there will be Chalice Theater auditions in Fellowship Hall. Whether this is your first time sharing your Sunday morning with us, or if you're a lifelong member, I'm glad you're with us. Welcome.
Good morning, church. Oh my gosh. You guys are awake and ready. If you have not been with us before, welcome. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington, Virginia. We are glad you are here. I'm the Reverend Carol Thomas Sissel. People call me Rev CTC. We have other people that help make church work here. Back in the booth this morning, we have Will and Nikki doing tech stuff. There's a slew of people online watching us. We have bells this morning. We have David on the piano. Church does not happen in a vacuum. Without some sort of team, some sort of village, we would not be able to do what we do here on Sunday morning. A part of that village is you. So please take a minute to greet each other, to say hello to someone new, or to say hello again to someone that you came with. each other and have those conversations as we move into coffee hour and fellowship after the service. Our call to worship this morning is what I like to call an oldie but a goodie. This is throw the doors wide open. You have heard it before. Out of the din of the city and the days of busyness and wandering, we move away from the noise of our crowded lives. We come in. We come in to rest in this moment, in this place, set apart from the never-ending to-do lists that weigh us down. We choose to embrace this, the seventh day, a day of rest. We come in. Remember something, you have chosen to be here. Something in your life led you to arrive here right now. Whatever other task or cares await you right now, for this brief time, stop, breathe, rest. Allow your soul and your spirit to be nurtured. Let the waves in your mind and your heart of anxiety subside. Come in. We are here for something holy, for something sustainable, for something sacred. Come in, join this community, and let us worship together this morning.
This morning, we light our candle of compassion and solidarity with those in our country and around the world who are experiencing loss, uncertainty, fear, or loneliness. We send our thoughts to those across the globe who are experiencing instability, uncertainty, and armed conflict. We remember those who have been lost and those who are grieving. We light this candle so that they know that they are not alone. I light this candle for all of us who have been broken and wounded and yet still hope for a future that we can build together. May we hold those who are suffering in our hearts as we work to create a more just and equitable future. I invite you all now to join me in our chalice lighting. The words are printed in your order of service. We gather together as a community of memory and hope to celebrate life and its infinite possibilities for love. We light this chalice as a symbol of the light within every human heart. May our individual sparks meet and merge, bringing both light and warmth to the world.
Well, thank you. So we've been doing a lot of singing together in church. We're going to sing together again, and I'm going to try to lead you in a new song. Are you ready? Every now and then I feel like I can do this thing, this like leading you all to sing. The words to what we are going to sing are in the order of service. They are very succinct. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit, draw near. Rise and body your spirit. Let's see if we can do this thing. So this is very much a protest song, a marching song, a song that pulls you into a space and gets you ready to go. You know this song, don't you? You want to sing it with me one time and then we try to do this? Okay, you sing lead. I'll sing behind you. Ready? Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit, draw near. Again. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Okay, I thought you were awake. You might have lied to me just a little bit. We're going to sing the same thing, but you have to pick up the tempo. Think about if you were walking, what the speed would be if you were walking. Let's try it again, and then I'm going to break you up, and we're going to see if we can get a little fancy. Let's speed it up. Ready? Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Again. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Stop. Let's split it in half and see if we can do a round. I'll be on this side. These are my people. Those are your people over there. Okay, you should start. No.
Okay.
I'll start, and then you'll come in.
Okay.
All right. Make me proud. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Again. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near.
Spirit, draw near.
Please be seated. This part of the service is called the wisdom lesson, and it is indeed something that makes me and Reverend Amanda wise, because we're never quite sure what's going to happen once we call people up here. So let's give it a shot and see what happens this morning. Could I have the small people, the lovers of stories, right up here on the rug, the young and the young at heart? Do. Come on, here, please. How you guys doing? Good? Feeling good? Feeling like you might have some kindness in your bodies today? Yeah? I love this rug. I tell you, I really love it because it was my idea. And it's some of my power colors. It's got red in it and orange. So I have a story for you all today. This is called Catching Kindness. You'd think being kind was easy, like lifting a feather. But sometimes being kind takes a little bit more oomph, especially when you're at the grocery store. See, she's in the store. Especially when everyone else at the grocery store is ridiculously cranky. Sometimes it's easier, look at this face over here, to be cranky. Can you all identify with that? Sometimes it's easier to be cranky? Yeah, sometimes it is. Definitely, she says. Especially when the grocery cart that you want in the grocery store, see this red thing that's fun, is already taken. Crankiness among adults in the grocery store can spread like the common cold. Maybe folks are cranky because they're in a hurry, Or maybe they have too much to do. Oh my God, I haven't got all day in this store. Or when they can't find exactly what they're looking for. Where is it? Where is the apple juice? Where is the applesauce? Why isn't it in the place it should be? But then, just like that, kindness can sneak in and take you by surprise. That one little bit of goodness that might come around makes you feel like $1,000,000. So they were all cranky in the store, but now he's sharing this cart car with someone else. He's helping an older gentleman get a packet of chili mix. He's helping somebody else who dropped all of her, avocados.
That's apples.
Are you sure?
Green apples.
Thank you. I told you it was a learning experience. He's helping this person that lost or dropped their apples, green apples. It could be a pear.
Avocados.
It's not avocados.
It's actually like a really peeled avocado.
It could. Are you sure? What if it's a peeled avocado?
No, that looks more like an apple.
It looks more like an apple.
Yeah, it's definitely a green.
Okay,
sour apple.
we're gonna turn the page now, y'all. Now that kindness has come in, you get to pass out kindness just like it's candy, and they're spreading kindness. He goes up to an older woman and he says, "Here, please have this. It reminds me of you." And then there's someone with a balloon, and it says, "You are getting good at this." And then we're over here and it says, "You sound like a songbird. Nice moves." It's a little what does that say? Blowing on a dandelion and watching the seeds go everywhere. Aren't you sweet? So I'm going to pause here and just ask you all, how could you spread kindness? Yes.
Just like smiling.
Smiling. Mm-hmm. How else? How could you spread kindness? Keep thinking. Yes.
Helping people.
Helping people. That would spread kindness. Yes, apples, not avocados.
Maybe art.
Maybe art. Say more about that. Like if you draw something, what would you do with it to be kind?
I don't know, like all that artwork in the museum.
I like that idea. All the artwork in the museum. Maybe they were kind when they made it. Here's some ideas on what you could do to be kind. You could be considerate. Like you said, smile at people. It's really Gouda to have you here. Make them feel welcome. You could say hello to folks. "Hi, so nice to see you." And just when you think you're becoming an expert on being kind, something might happen that makes you feel lost. What could happen that would make you feel lost? Can you guys help me? Yes? If somebody's not kind back to you. What else might make you feel lost? T, you got something?
When someone bumped into you.
Yeah. So somebody bumped into him. Yeah. But if you feel lost, just take a look around, and all that kindness that you saw being shared keeps growing. Look, he fell down, and this woman came, and she says, "I'll help you." And here's more people smiling. And the grocery store has somehow turned into a much happier place. So I think what I want you guys to think about as we're in this month of gratitude and on the way to Thanksgiving is ways to be kind. Just everyday kindness. Say hello to somebody. Share a smile. Maybe make art and give it away. Little things make a huge difference. Do you think you all can take one kind thing away from the story today? Yeah? Okay. One thing, put it in your pocket and pull it out and use it and be kind to people. Deal? Deal. All right, we're going to sing you out to your classes now. Thank you for listening to the story and for sharing. Can you hand me that?
Peace to you on your way. May you grow in love each day, meeting new friends and opening up your mind to the wonders of the world you will find. To the wonders of the world you will find.
As we move deeper into our service, I have a guided meditation for you all this morning. Hang on, I need water. Thank you. We haven't done a guided meditation in a few services. So what I'm going to do is talk you through it. You're going to relax, sit where you are, be right here in this space. Let your bodies feel the words. Let your mind relax a little bit. And we're going to go on a meditated journey on gratitude. I'm inviting you, if you're willing, into a space of peace. I want you to think about your breath moving in and out of your bodies. I want you to feel free to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Let's first pay attention to our bodies. Is there a place of tension or pain that's holding you back? Is there something niggling at you that's tight? Do you maybe need to let something go to bring yourself in? Keep breathing. Breathe through that tightness or that tension and try to let it go. Let's move into our bodies a little deeper, into our heart space. Breathing in and breathing out. Let yourself relax a little bit. Let yourself be aware of exactly where you are in this sanctuary. The pew that you're in, the cushion that you're sitting on, the way your feet feel as they rest on the floor. As you breathe, be here. Be in this space, this sacred space of sanctuary. Stay in your bodies and ask yourself a question now. What are you feeling grateful for? Who are you grateful for? Who cares for you? Who holds you? Who inspires you? Who comforts you? Visualize them in your mind's eye. Hold them in gratitude. Hold that vision and hold that gratitude in your mind's eye, and perhaps release it towards them. This person that you may love, that cares for you, that inspires you. Bring their spirit and yours into this space. Go deep into your well of gratitude and think of them. Now let's think about your day. After you leave church today, what are you going to do? What are you looking forward to? Will you take a walk and see the blue sky or the sun? Will you go home and rake leaves and then have cider or a cold beer? Will you be with family or friends that you are grateful for? Stay in this space of gratitude. Let your heart be open as you consider the rest of your day and what you are grateful for. Open your heart, and in this moment, as together we remember the things we are grateful for. Hold them, look at them, lift them up, turn them around in your mind, and let that gratitude radiate outwards. Now let's shift and think about what we're connected to. Our relationships, our family, organizations that matter to us, our pets. Let's lift up together our connections and be grateful for those things too. Breathing gently, feeling your heart space, thinking of who you're grateful for, what you're grateful for, what connections matter. Come back. Come back to this space right here. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your body sitting in the pew. Realize those who are next to you again. Savor where you've been. Savor what you thought of, but come back. Feel your breath moving in and out. In and out. In and out. We have been on a journey of gratitude. Hold that feeling. Hold this space. Remember this journey with love and wonder so that you may call it on it again. Ashe and amen.
I thank you for it all. The good, bad, the ugly, great and small. The times of victory and when I fall. I'm so grateful that I'm still standing tall. I thank you for my tears. The pain helped me overcome my fears. You've been good to me down throughout the years. It's a miracle that I'm still standing here. All that I am is because of all that you've brought me through. And everything I've survived, it's all because of you. I thank you for it all. The good, bad, the ugly, great and small. The times of victory and when I fall. I'm so grateful that I'm still standing tall. I thank you for my tears. The pain helped me overcome my fears. You've been good to me down throughout the years. It's a miracle that I'm still standing here. All that I am is because of all that you brought me through. And everything I survived, it's all because of you. How and the times you were there, always making a way for me. I cannot express the gratitude that I feel for you right now. So I just have to pause for a moment right now and say, I've got to say thank you for all that you've done for me. Oh, thank you for every opportunity. I've got to say thank you. I've got to tell you all the ways you made for me. Oh, I want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for my life. Thank you for my health. Thank you. Oh, thank you for it all. The good, bad, the ugly, great and small. The times of victory and when I fall. I'm so grateful that I'm still standing tall. All that I am is because of all that you brought me through. And everything I survived, it's all because of you. I'm grateful for you.
Our first reading this morning is called Courageous Connection by Joe Von Rue, and it opens with a quote from Michelle Obama. You may not always have a comfortable life, and you will not always be able to solve all of the world's problems at once, but don't ever underestimate the importance you can have, because history has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. These are the words of Michelle Obama, and the next are words by Joe Von Rue. Excuse me, young lady, I heard a quiet, familiar voice behind me in the parking lot. Sure enough, I recognized the slight man with his head full of white hair and his plaid shirt. For years, he was a produce manager at the local grocery store. When my shopping coincided with his shift, he'd offer a kind smile and ask if I wanted to hear a poem. I always answered yes, and he'd recite short, sincere poems. It always made my day brighter. He now engaged me with a silly joke, both of us laughing, before rummaging through a box in his car to produce a spiral-bound book. This is my gift to you, fresh from my publisher. We'd met many times before, I told him, but I hadn't seen him for quite some time and often wondered about him. I told him what joy he'd brought to my life in each of these short interactions. He smiled and said, well, I hope you'll write me a letter and let me know what you think of my life's work. Then we parted, Joseph and I, me gently carrying his life's work in my hands. There are so many ways to hate. There are so many ways to be angry and to seek differences with the people around us. There are also many ways to connect. There are so many ways to love and to find joy, so many opportunities to regard life from a different perspective. I don't know what political party Joseph is affiliated with. I don't know if he has a religious identity or what neighborhood he lives in. But what I know is that he, like me, has a deep desire to connect with people, to share his joy, and to exist in a world where a mere stranger is delighted to hear his poetry. What a gift it was to see him today. to connect deeply with a stranger because he felt brave enough to share a piece of his soul with me. I believe that all of us together can and will create a beautiful, courageous, and joy-filled world as long as we continue to hold love at the center of who we are.
Fuente de amor, ven hacia mí y al corazón cántale tu compasión. Sopla volar, sube en la mar hasta moldear la justicia de la vida. Arraigame, libérame, fuente de amor, ven a mí, ven a mí. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, singing like the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Each week, through our offering, UUCA supports an organization whose values resonate with our own. This month, a portion of our offering will go to AFAC, the Arlington Food Assistance Center. AFAC is Arlington's primary food support provider to low-income individuals and families. Through centers around the county, it provides food staples and protein products to those in need. UUCA volunteers help to distribute food to AFAC clients bi-monthly, typically serving about 100 to 200 Arlington families. You can read more about AFAC in your order of service or in the Connections newsletter. There are many ways to give that are listed in your order of service. Thank you for your generosity. Ushers, please come forward. as our ushers come forward, I invite you to prepare to join me in our blessing of the offering. The words are printed in your order of service. We bless and receive these gifts, opening our hearts to true generosity. Let us be grateful when we give, be it time, talent, or treasure. Let us be grateful for our needs and the experience of vulnerability. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts to nurture this congregation. Thank you.
So just to warn you all, I have leaf allergies, and they show up when the leaves are on the ground like they are. So I just wanted to let you know I had to go hit my inhaler, but I am back and I am fine. And if I pause to drink water, it's okay. Blame the beautiful fall weather and the leaves. The reading I have for you comes from a book called The Finnish Way. This is about Sisu. Sisu characterizes the ancient Finnish construct of relating to mental toughness and the ability to endure significant life stressors, all while taking action against seemingly impossible odds. In its native country, Finland, Sisu is not simply something one does. It is a way of life, a philosophy, something that has impacted the lives of generations of people. The word literally means guts, but it is more. Sisu, in Finnish, is something inside. It is like a metaphorical shot in the arm that allows the individual to do things that are impossible. Can Sisu be taught? The author says she's not sure. There are things that happen to people in the context of living someplace, of having a national identity. It's more of an orientation to life itself than something that is taught in Finland. But I do think that issues like persistence, like not giving up in the face of a challenge, are things that can be taught. From my perspective, Sisu is one of the reasons why Finland is so successful. As a nation, they are such a small group of people. As a people, they are heavily invested in their humanity. That is why they also heavily invest in education, in children, and in their society. They are interested, no, they require a positive exercise of will. Can it be taught? I think not, she says. But it's a muscle. It's a muscle you can exercise. It's a muscle you can exercise over and over and over. Sisu, the idea that relating to mental toughness, to fortitude, to resilience lies within. Sisu. So we're going to travel a little bit this morning, but to get to Finland, we have to start in Iceland. Hello and welcome aboard. Fly anywhere at practically any time airlines. I'm your Captain Rev CTC, and I'm truly glad to be flying with you today. This morning, we'll be flying in a pulpit that is approximately 2.5 feet off the safety of the UUCA chancel. The skies outside are clear and blue. The air within the sanctuary needs a little bit more humidity. But there is nary a turbulent to be found. Our journey today, Rev CTC sermon, will last approximately 15 minutes from liftoff to landing. So please ensure that your seatbacks are in their fully upright position. Buckle your seatbelts, make sure they are securely fastened, and prepare yourself for takeoff. To begin, I have a few of my favorite quotes about travel. To travel is to live. Hans Christian Andersen. Not all those who wander are lost. J.R.R. Tolkien. I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. Susan Sontag. Travel is the only thing you can buy that makes you infinitely richer. Jane L. Beatty. Wherever you go, travel with all your heart. Confucius. And lastly, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. And these last three things that I offer you are sayings more than quotes. They come from my dad. Bags packed, ready to go right now, Thomases. It doesn't get much better than waiting on the standby list for a seat to go anywhere. All soldiers have bags, will travel. I don't think I could have lived a happy existence or been a happy person if I couldn't travel regularly. In today's uber-busy, over-teched world, I need to physically uproot myself and see the world from a different perspective several times a year. At some point in my life, I will probably become more of an armchair traveler, but not yet. I know that YouTube is filled with gorgeously shot videos and footage of almost every accessible place on the planet now. Lately, I'm watching the ones on Antarctica. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch other people explore cities and countries that I'm interested in visiting. But seeing the world's beauty with my own eyes, by visiting different countries and cities, seeing vistas with my own eyes, has become one of my life's requirements. I think that travel is meaningful. It excites, it inspires me, it rejuvenates my spirit, it grounds me, it educates me, it challenges me, and honestly, some of the most humbling experiences I have ever had have been while traveling. I'll share a story. Being on your own in the land of fire and ice, stuck on the side of the road, is immediately humbling. Last July, about an hour after I touched down at the Reykjavik airport, I experienced a deep amount of the humbling piece of travel. I very efficiently boarded my flight at Dulles. I sat in a prearranged, paid-for aisle seat. I flew for 5.5 hours across the Atlantic, deboarded that plane when it landed, got my bags, moved through customs with ease. A U.S. passport is a beautiful thing. I don't hold that privilege lightly. As a Black woman who usually vacations alone amidst a sea of very white faces, I move about with a level of ease and a sense of safety is because I carry a piece of the United States in my pocket. That little blue booklet is always in my crossbody bag when I travel. The other thing that happens that gives my family a sense of ease is my daughter drops a dot on me whenever I'm ready to leave. Do you all know what that means, drops a dot? She takes out her iPhone and looks at my iPhone and connects them, which means she knows every place I am, every time of day I go somewhere, whether I'm in a bar or I'm in the Airbnb, if I'm at a concert, and how late I have stayed up. Mostly that's okay. My travel is not overly adventurous. But there are moments when I am someplace sitting and having a drink or experiencing a lovely vista, and I think, oh, Yvonne knows where I am. That is also a privilege. It is an expensive piece of technology that the two of us have that we accept and we carry gratefully. Back to the story. At the airport, I went to the rental car counter. I waited a little bit too long. I started to get cranky, but finally I had my keys and my contract in my hand, and I went to get my rent-a-car. Friends, when you leave the Reykjavik airport, you have two choices. You can get on a very boring thoroughfare that takes you into Reykjavik City, or you can go right out of the airport, and in less than 6 minutes, you are in a lava field. Literally, driving through a lava field with boulders of lava as big as my condo. I took that road. There were boulders, there was hardened lava, it was rocky and rugged. That doesn't begin to describe it. There were also these spots of bright green lichens attached to the rocks that made it look even more otherworldly. The road itself, perfect. Only 2 lanes, but easy to drive on. I got excited. I went past something and I wanted to see it again, and I decided, nothing's coming. Made a U-turn. No. The road, hard, asphalt, perfect. The shoulders, a mixture of sand and lava silt. My tiny little hatchback, because I did not pay money to have an SUV. Around, came back, stopped in the lava silt. It was like quicksand. Very quickly, the side of my car, the driver's side of my car, the wheels were literally halfway up the wheel well into quicksand. And there I am in my car, very alone on a road, in the quicksand, and thinking, I'm gonna miss my ferry that's supposed to take me to where I'm gonna sleep tonight. Humbling. The technology of the phone, though, saved me. Sitting in what seemed like the most unlikely place to have gorgeous cell service, I grabbed my phone. It had 4 bars. Iceland is not only barren and rugged and otherworldly, but it has the best communication infrastructure of any place I have ever traveled. 3 calls later, after giving my Visa number, who I have no idea how much they were going to charge in the moment, to an unknown Icelandic emergency AAA kind of firm, a guy in a huge black pickup truck shows up. I wave. He did not wave back. He parks. He gets out. He walks over. He helped me get out of my car. He had on like hip waders and boots. He knew all about the silt. Are you Carol? Yes. Is this a rental car? Yes. Do not tell them you ran off the road. Not Icelandic humor, simply Icelandic truth. Do not tell them you ran off the road. Okay, now you go over there and stand. Stand over there on the other side of the road, not in the soft silt. You go stand over there. He then pulled out a serious-looking length of unknown fiber with a hook thing appendage on the end of it. He popped 2 discs out of my bumper that I did not even know the discs were there. He attached the hook inside the newly revealed holes. He got back in his truck. He put his truck in reverse, and he pulled my car out of the quicksand. Boom, 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 done. As he's winding up this piece of cord, this is me. Woo! I'm out. Oh my God, this is great. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you came out. My God, you saved me. I have to get on a ferry. I have a non-refundable reservation at a B&B that I made 6 months ago. They said they're going to have a great breakfast, including smoked salmon. Thank you, thank you. I am so glad. Thank you for coming out. Carol, are you jet lagged? No, I'm not jet. Carol, stay on the roads. This, U-turn? No more. Okay? I said, okay. I shook my head. I felt humbled. And then he got in his car. I did not sign anything. He did not look at my credit card. And he drove off down this road in that beautiful, large, black pickup truck. I stood in the road for a while, embarrassed, utterly humbled, and beholden to this Icelandic stranger who came to my rescue. Travel does that. It humbles you. It also reminds us that we all need to fall off the radar and escape reality, our own reality, every once in a while. I have a short list to share with you about what I think travel does for us. It allows us, at least it allows me, to enjoy a bit of mystery in a new and unexplored place. So when I travel, I don't collar. I don't tell people I'm a minister. I don't talk very much about what I do for a living because I love my job and I love you all. But when you tell somebody you're a minister, you become theirs. Instantly, immediately, in an airport, in a restaurant, at a bar, doesn't matter where you are. When you open the door to you're a person that listens to stories and cares about it, you become theirs. So when I'm traveling, there's a bit of mystery to me in that people will ask me, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, if I tell you, I had to kill you. And then we have a much more interesting conversation. The best part of my 10 days in Iceland was the freedom not being a minister for a little while allowed me to wake up and choose where I was going to go within driving distance of my base location, take out a map and find a way to get there. I was able to be spontaneous. I had new experiences. I lived for 9 days in a way that I don't usually live. I immersed myself in the moment. I opened my eyes and saw things I could not see here at home. Travel exposes us to different cultures and authentic encounters. Travel lets us embrace and celebrate some of the similarities, but also the differences that we have with others. We tend to exist in a world that we name as very black and white, as very good and bad. What travel does is remind us that there are nuances in time, in culture, in food, in art, nuances that we don't usually make spaces for. If you are living in mystery in an assumed personality, and you get to wake up every day and drive as far or as little as you would want to, you get to experience the nuances of life. If we're lucky, we also learn a little bit more about ourselves and the people that we encounter along the way. A trip across the Atlantic or just to a neighboring state can broaden our horizons and often reset the button. It forces us to refocus on what is really important. On my trip to Iceland, which was amazing, and I'll bring pictures one day and show it to you all, what it did, though, and what often happens when I travel, is the trip I'm actually on leads me to the next trip or to the next thing that I want to experience. Somehow, when I was in Iceland, it led me to Finland. I was in one of Reykjavik's famous museums, and I was standing in front of this map on the wall, and it had that thing, you know, the red arrow that says, "You are here," and I knew where I was. And over here was Scandinavia, was Sweden and Norway and Finland. In relation to those places, I was over here. And for an instant, just an instant, y'all, I was like, you could get on a plane and you could go to Finland. Now, I did not have the budget, nor did I have the time set aside to take that adventure across. But being in that museum and looking at that map, it opened me up to the possibility of actually going to Finland or learning more about Finland. That physical geography drew me in. If you look on a map, Norway, Sweden, and Finland look like 3 long fingers separated by fjords and water. God, I wanted to go there. Instantly, I was ready to go there. I couldn't. So I did what good UUs do. When I came home, I bought books. I spent a good part of August reading about those places, their history, about the fjords, the fishing villages, and the way of life that is tied to the dark and the light, to the winter and the summer. The individuals and the families who live in those countries, what happens to them in the darkness is they face a level of adversity, in part weather-driven adversity, that we never face. As I dug into my books in the warmth of August, that is when I found the Finnish term Sisu. It was totally new to me. I did what also Americans will do, is try to relate it to something that's ours. So I tried to take Sisu and make it into grit. I tried really hard for a couple of weeks to write a sermon for you all about grit and put Sisu in the middle of it. And the more I read about Finland and the more I read about this term, as I realized we have grit in the United States. We do not have Sisu. They are not the same thing. They have some things in common, but adversity forms an integral part of the Finnish experience of Sisu. Grit has a very strong business connotation here in the US now. Grit is about succeeding. Grit is about digging your heels in and making more profit. Grit is about being successful and also taking other people out to be successful. Sisu is none of those things. S-I-S-U. Sisu. Say it with me. Sisu. Say it again. Sisu. When you go home, Google it, because I only have a few minutes left, so I can't tell you very much more about Sisu. But I really do want you to look up this term. It goes back hundreds of years. The idea of Sisu is much older than 100 years. It is a sense of life as a philosophy of extraordinary courage and determination in the face of adversity. It is not about seeing a silver lining in the clouds, but jumping into the storm anyway. It is not like grit, that somehow you win when you take somebody else out. At the core of Sisu is the idea that in each of us, there is so much more strength than meets the eye. I think that even though the construct of Sisu has its roots in Finland, it could be relevant to human beings anywhere in the world. There is a potential we all share that can have a powerful impact on our daily lives. Sisu is embodied by people everywhere, not just in Finland, who defy the odds, who hold on to hope when there seems to be no hope. Right now, here in the United States, we are desperately in need of Sisu. Desperately. Of something to help us create community that we can be proud of and belong to. Something that highlights stories of overcoming abuse, regaining strength, and reclaiming ownership of our country's true story. Sisu. S-I-S-U. Go home. Look it up. Read the stories of courage over adversity that are attached to that term. Now I'm going to embarrass somebody who's here, who has a blue shirt on that actually says Sisu. Please rise in body or spirit. I came down the center aisle to shake hands, and she said, so here I am. Oh wait, what does the back say? Stamina, I can't read it. Stamina, perseverance, courage, determination. Thank you for modeling. Now, I am enamored of this word right now. I think what I'm really enamored of is the mindset that goes along with it. The ability to endure significant stress while taking action against seemingly impossible odds. A construct related to mental toughness, to fortitude, to resilience, a way of life that can actively transform the challenges that come into our way of being. Instead of I can't or I won't, Sisu invites us to say, how can I? How will I? How must I? This book is called The Finnish Way. It has some stories about Sisu in it. There are a couple other books. I will not shill for Amazon, but there's some other things there too. What I want to leave you, though, is with the feeling of Sisu, particularly in the environment that we are in right now. Challenging, overwhelming, feeling like we are up against all odds. All true. But we are resilient in ways we do not know yet. We carry powers of resistance and tenacity and love that we need to call into action. That's what I think I want to leave you with, is the word itself, but the feeling that those things that Sisu embodies are in you, and we need them to come out. We need you to give birth to your own Sisu and use it in the world. And if I go to Finland, I'll bring back pictures too. Thank you all.
Please rise in body and spirit and join us in singing hymn 131 in the gray hymnal, Love Will Guide Us. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road to greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. Love will guide us through the hard night.
I invite you to join me in extinguishing our chalice. The words are printed in your order of service. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light and warmth it represents. These we carry with us, bringing our sparks of love to the world.
Leave this place knowing the person to the left of you and to the right of you wants to be in relationship with you. Leave this place knowing you will make mistakes, but you get to try again and again. Leave this place knowing you are never on this journey of life alone. And today, leave this place knowing you got Sisu inside you. And the world needs you, and the world needs you to bring that forth as we move through these challenging times. Leave this place knowing these things.
Standing in the power of it, I have everything I need. I don't even have to ask it. As simple as the air I breathe. Close my to feel it stronger. I no longer have to fear. Truth is, you have always been there waiting. In the present, it's so clear. The water below, the blue sky above, I'm held. I'm held. Sun takes the day, moon brings the tide. I'm held. I'm held. Isn't it enough to know that love's in all that happens here? See it glowing on my skin, and I sense it in the atmosphere. I want to keep this feeling burning in my heart. Savor every sacred drop. Shine a light on this perfect moment. Don't ever let it stop. The water below, the blue sky above, I'm held. I'm held. Sun takes the day, the moon brings the tide. I'm held. I'm held. The water below, the blue sky above, I'm held. I'm held. The sun takes the day, the moon brings the tide. I'm held. I'm held. The water below, blue sky above. Sun takes the day,